Good evening and welcome to Ray Skillman Stadium for tonight's Indiana Elementary Football Association playoff game between the Ben Davis Junior Giants and the Center Grove Junior Trojans. Hello, one, Kevin Conrad, along with Rick Embry. We welcome everyone to our coverage of CEG Junior Trojan football, presented by Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company. Beautiful night for football, Rick Embry, 78 degrees, beautiful fall night. And this is the opening round of the playoffs, and Center Grove Junior Trojans undefeated regular season champs against a very good Ben Davis team.
Yeah, they're the 1 seed. Ben Davis is the 8 seed, and you're right, this is the quarterfinals, Kevin. So if you don't win this, you go home. And while your regular season has been fantastic, and you'll go over some of those crazy numbers that Center Grove has outscored their opponents by, you got to make sure you show up every night. And you know, this is a talented Ben Davis team that put a lot of points on the board the first time that these two teams played, and this defense for Center Grove has been so solid all year, but Ben Davis was able to score, I think, 3 touchdowns. So you're going to have to come out and make sure you're fired up. Obviously, Coach McCoy and his staff are going to have this team ready to hopefully take that first step towards another state championship.
Yeah, Coach McCoy and his staff, they score a lot of points, and they hold teams down as well. And you're right, Rick, over the course of this season, the Junior Trojans, 243 points, holding their opponents to just 44 points. And again, they're undefeated on the season. And then during the regular season, you go back to September 16th, Center Grove beat the Ben Davis Junior Giants 50-24. So again,
Center Grove's given up, what'd you say, 44 points all year?
44 points total.
And Ben Davis scored 24. So they've scored over half of the points. So while they're an 8 seed, I think they're very talented, and they were able to put some points on the board the first time. So Center Grove's going to have to be on the top of the game. I'm sure Coach McCoy might have mentioned a couple times how many points that this Ben Davis team scored against you the first time, and you better be ready to play. But, yeah, some of those numbers are pretty mind-boggling, Kevin, when you talk about outscoring the opponents by 200 points over the course of the season.
So this is our final game of the day here at Ray Skillman Stadium for Rick and myself. We started early this morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. We had, CG JV football, followed up by the freshman football game. Both CG teams winning this morning, high school teams. Then we just had 3 Bantam football championship games, and now we're going to finish it off here tonight with the JRT against Ben Davis.
Yeah, we're making sure that Grant's still awake in that other room doing the camera work. Of course, he's a college kid. I think they don't sleep, I don't think, too often, not like our old butts, Kevin, that are ready to hit the sack at 10 o'clock. But been a long day, but it's been an awesome day, Kevin. Like you said, Center Grove victorious in the JV freshman games, and we had 3 fantastic Bantam football Super Bowl games, and now we're going to finish it up with the JRT team against Ben Davis.
Center Grove will kick off to begin tonight's playoff matchup. Center Grove has won the IEFA championship 8 times. They are the defending champs.
I don't know what we're waiting on here. If we're waiting on more chain gang guys. I only see one guy over there.
Here comes another individual, I believe, to help with the chain gang. Maybe a couple more.
There you go.
Trying the onside kick, and bounces off the Ben Davis player, and it looks like Center Grove got it at the 49.
How about that kick? There, you don't see many of those kicks. And who was that, Kevin? I messed up looking at the number. It's 20. Number 20 is the one that Luke Cherry, one of your main linebackers and running backs. And there's not too many NFL kickers that get that last bounce. That was perfect. It bounced high off of those pads for Ben Davis, and Center Grove with the big break early. Special teams comes through again.
Looked like it was 48 Luke Keeney that got the recovery. But you're saying Cherry's the one that kicked it?
Yeah, Cherry's the one that kicked that off, yep.
And Keeney recovers. From the Trojan 49. Trojans run it to the 42 Just shy of the 45. It'll be at the 46, and a player down here for Ben Davis. Here on the near side.
Yeah, he went down quickly. A really good block by the offensive line for Center Grove, and checking him right now. Not a lot of kids on that Ben Davis sideline, Kevin, so they can't really afford to lose too many kids. I think they only got 4 kids over there extra that's not RD, so obviously those guys are going to go for the most part both ways. Hopefully he just got the air knocked out of him. That could have been what it was, which is one of the most frightening feelings you can ever have if that's ever happened to people.
5 yards for Luke Cherry on that carry, and
he's not limping or anything, so that's a good sign, at least walking off on his own power.
Great weekend of football. Center Grove varsity team last night victorious at Pike. CGJV and freshman teams victorious at home today against Pike. 3 Bantam Super Bowls determined today. And now we're going to finish it up tonight.
Most importantly, my Boilermakers got a win without me and Grant being in person today on homecoming weekend.
We got to get Grant coming home more often. Second down and 5. And around
Big
here
hole
for
there.
The junior Trojans, Kyler Thompson, 6th grader. First down for JRT at the 38-yard line.
2 big holes from that offensive line. We'll call out their names. Number 57, Micah Scheib. Number 55, Kane Youngs. We'll get the other numbers as they come to the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 70 center is number 52, also Kyvan Harding on the left side.
Right up the middle once again, that's number 20, Luke Cherry. Good carry on first down. Center Grove off to a great start. Offensive line really opening some holes.
Yeah, number 97, Warner Shantz as well up front. But yeah, big gains. You'd love to see as a running back, Kevin. You get those big holes where you're not getting touched till 5-6 yards down the field. Quarterback Paxton Smalling leading this offense.
Football at the 33, 5 yards on the last play.
Number 60, MJ Marlin, the center.
Harper Stewart at the right wing-back position. Trojans.
Quarterback draw.
Close to another first down.
Yeah, Smalling kind of fakes like he's going to hand the ball off and then goes right behind that big offensive line, and thought it might be enough for a first down, but
they're saying first down.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
At the 28-yard line, 5 yards for the 6th grader, Paxton Smalling, quarterback.
Yeah, that one was messed up. Didn't quite get a smooth handoff or a snap back from the center to the quarterback Smalling, and that kind of messed up the timing a little bit.
Got a couple of yards with Kyler Thompson. So, Rick, you said the quarterfinals, right, of the
Yep, 1 versus 8 right
playoffs. Here. JRT got the nice win last week against Noblesville, 20-0 to go undefeated. Noblesville just the 1 loss to Center Grove, the number 2 seed. Appreciate the support from the Center Grove Bantam Football League and also our presenting sponsor tonight for our JRT coverage. Football on the ground.
Well, another situation there where Smalling didn't quite get the ball back from his center, and this time he just has to fall on it to prevent a turnover.
Big thank you to Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company for being our presenting sponsor for tonight's JRT coverage. Football at the 26-yard line, 3rd down, no gain. mishandled that snap. Passing situation here possibly, at least that's what Center Grove's showing. Hand off though to Cherry. Great lead block from Kyler Thompson. Just shy of the first down, but manageable. 4th and short at the 19-yard line. 7 yards.
Kyler Thompson, big body there as the fullback leading the hole, and it was a big hole. And Center Grove goes from 3rd and 8, Kevin, to 4th and 1. Now short yardage. You just got to get a clean snap back to your quarterback, and then for the most part, those holes have been pretty big.
4th and short, Smalling. Signal count, barking them out. Here comes Cherry for the first down. He's a load to bring down. 34 makes the tackle for Ben Davis. 34, Kellen Stanton.
Oh, and Center Grove now going quickly, Kevin.
5 yards for Cherry. Once again, Cherry did a lot of the ball carrying here early. To the 11 appears, maybe more like the 12-yard line. Gave him a couple of yards.
Just a methodical drive down the field, Kevin, after Center Grove recovers the onside kick. Now they're in business just outside the 10-yard line.
Thompson off the left side of the line.
Good tackle.
Very good tackle.
Number 3, I think, right there, Max Wingo from the Ben Davis side. If he doesn't make that tackle, Thompson scoots into the end zone untouched.
Good discipline by that Ben Davis D-line. 3 yards. 3rd and 5. Luke Parlagreco with the next play in, number 15. Splits out here to the right.
Oh, big hole on the right side. Thompson
dives.
He's in.
Touchdown. 9-yard touchdown for Kyler Thompson.
Little scissors play, Kevin. I love to watch when the high school runs that. You got everybody that thinks the ball is going over to Cherry on the left side. Thompson gets it back on the right side, and he goes in there and dives into the end zone. First touchdown of the game.
.304 to play in this opening quarter. In shotgun formation.
That's Smalling.
Runs it in for the point after.
1 point.
7-0. Junior Trojans, an impressive opening drive that started off with the onside kick and the recovery. Cherry with the onside kick, and I believe it was Keeney that recovered it. Trojans put together a great drive.
Well, and that's what's frustrating. You're the one that gets the ball first, and you lose that onside kick right away, and you hurt the Ben Davis coaches. So they've probably seen this once or twice from Center Grove. You heard them say, "It's coming, be ready, it's coming." But when that ball takes that bounce like it did off of Cherry's foot, man, there's almost nothing you can do, and that's what happened. That young man, it bounced off his shoulder pads, and Keeney recovered.
Our game tonight being presented by Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company. For all your home and business needs, remodels, decks, patios, servicing your electrical and plumbing systems, roof repairs, and much more. Call Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company, 317-483-3093. Or online at jdsbuilds.com. Kicks a hard squib tight kick to the sideline. Good coverage by the Center Grove special teams.
Number 9, I think Javier Lopez was the one that wisely covered that up.
at the 43-yard line. First offensive possession for the Junior Giants. Number 2 in shotgun formation, Caden Mason Dudley.
I think they throw this around quite a bit, Kevin.
He can sling it. We watched him in warm-up. He's got a really good arm, and boy, can he run as well.
Right
very nice run for number 2, Caden Mason Dudley, to the 50-yard line.
He pretty much had one look there, Kevin. He looks to his left, and that wide receiver was covered, and he just pulls it down, and it might be a kid that you put a spy on or something like that from that linebacker position.
Coach McCoy's got a great staff.
Oh, yes, he does.
We'll get to the staff here in just a moment. Second down and 3 yards to go. Football at the 50. Screen pass complete to 1. Timmy Brown, the Trojans seemed like they knew what was coming. They were kind of already slanting this way towards the ball. They were really quick to the ball.
Cherry was there first.
Yeah, Cherry read it well.
Didn't make the tackle, but then Paxton Smalling from that cornerback position cleaned that up, and that's a loss of about 2 or 3 yards for Ben Davis, now 3rd and long.
Yeah, loss of 3 yards at the BD 47-yard line.
It's pretty amazing to me. You got a 5th and 6th grade team. You did trips wide right, and now another guy goes in motion. That's behind him. But he's got lots of space out there.
Timmy Brown with the reception.
That's a great open field tackle by Eli Peters. He's got a blocker on him. He sheds the block and then comes in and makes the play a yard shy of a first down. A fantastic individual play by the cornerback over there, Eli Peters. And now you just trying to get some pressure.
5 yards.
Get some, early penetration here, and Ben Davis is going to use a timeout.
5 yards on the play, so they're facing 4th and 1. A little bit of confusion. Ben Davis is going to call a timeout, talk things over.
Obviously a situation, Kevin, that you can't afford to not make it here and give the ball back at almost midfield again to that Center Grove potent offense. You got to score every time you touch the ball. You got a team that's averaging, 30 or 40 points a game like Center Grove is.
Rick, how about the veteran coaching staff for Coach McCoy? They've been together for quite a while now.
And they just kind of rotate in who's going to be head coach versus assistants. But, when you got T.J. Smithy on the sidelines with Paul Bennett and obviously Coach McCoy, Coach Hines down there as well. And then Coach McCoy is actually up in the box here. So he's not even down on the sideline, probably because he gets too hyper and too, he's not even keel emotionally around those kids. Hey, I heard he got a couple shots in on me a couple Fridays
ago.
Last
Friday night. That's right.
Oh.
Movement by both sides, but who moved first? I think this is going against Ben Davis.
Yep.
I'm not for sure if the Center Grove defender...
He didn't go off sides.
He didn't quite come across. You're right.
He didn't come across, and then the Ben Davis kid
reacted to the movement.
Yep.
Looks like Center Grove stays off that line just a little bit. 5-yard penalty. So now it becomes what, Rick? 4th and 6?
Yeah, 4th and 6. They're going to go for it again, Kevin. Big point in this game.
Mason Dudley in the gun, wants the ball. Throws it on the slant. It's a first down and then some. Timmy Brown being pursued. Nope, that's number 4. That's Rudy Robinson. Touchdown. Junior Giants. Impressive.
Just a quick little slant pass, Kevin. You see it here. And, man, quarterback put it right on him. And then safety didn't take a very good angle there. And he takes it to the house.
52 yards. Rudy Robinson.
Well, that's what we heard, was that Ben Davis offense very explosive. And you saw it right there, a huge 4th and 6 conversion, not only for a first down, but they take it to the house.
Caden Mason Dudley, the quarterback, threw an absolute strike. Looks to the sideline for the next call. And completes it. 15, Josh Baker. We got a ball game.
We do.
7-7 tie. What a response by Ben Davis. Again, they took that opening kickoff, did not recover it. Center Grove marches down the field, scores, and now, after being down 7-0, they put together their own drive. Big play. Robinson scoring 52 yards on the touchdown.
Yeah, Dudley put it right there, Kevin. Or Mason Dudley. Just a simple little slant pattern. Center Grove overruns it, and he's off to the races. Peters tried to trip him up on about the 15, but couldn't quite get enough of that foot. And Ben Davis got to be overjoyed, Kevin. Tied with under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
In youth football, kickoffs can always be interesting. They don't do it in Center Grove Band Football League anymore, but Junior Trojans, they still use the kickoffs. Got to be prepared for anything and everything. Ground ball, onside. Now we're ready for play. Under a minute left to play in this first quarter. Pop-up kick going to be fielded by Eli Andrus. Did he call for a fair catch?
I think he just went down, didn't he? Underestimated how close those guys were to coming to get him. And
not a bad play.
No.
Because that actually had some decent hang time to it on that pop-up kick. So at the 36. 54 seconds remaining in this opening quarter.
And a beautiful morning this morning to start things off, Kevin, and a beautiful fall evening to finish things off tonight under the lights.
Smalling, Cherry.
And just carrying tacklers there, Kevin. Not a big hole there, but Cherry does enough, and he's kind of got one of those things. I always talk about that forward lean, Kevin. He's never going to get tackled without, kind of falling forward for another 2 or 3 yards.
7 yards, second down and 3.
Big
Once
hole
again,
there.
Cherry, nice stiff arm at the end of the run. First down into Ben Davis territory at the 43.
In case anybody's wondering and has lived in a hole, Luke Cherry, the youngest of the Cherry boys. Got Tyler, his older brother, as a quarterback, and then Kobe, defensive lineman, sophomore, also starting on the varsity.
Cherry, another fine carry.
That's going to be enough for another first down, or maybe just short, so that clock's going to keep running. That might be, that'll be the end of the first quarter.
He gets 9 yards, and that is the end of the first quarter. We're tied at 7 apiece in this IEFA first round playoff game between Center Grove and Ben Davis here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Each team with a touchdown in that opening quarter. Big thank you once again to our presenting sponsor tonight, Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company. Call Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company for all of your home and business needs, remodels, decks, patios, servicing your electrical and plumbing systems, roof repairs, and much more. Call Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company at 317-483-3093 or online at jdsbuilds.com. Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company, building your future on a solid foundation.
Appreciate the sponsorship.
Really
always glad to do JRT games. It's once again just shows how organized and what a machine the Center Grove football program is. They don't take lightly. Coach Moore always says if you're going to play a game, you might as well play it to win. And man, I love that motto. I tell my kids that. My wife doesn't have that same competitive nature that I do, and she's like, it's just a game. No, it's not a game, honey. If you're going to play the game, you might as well play it to win.
2nd down to 1 to begin the second quarter at the 34.
Pretty good job of getting penetration. I think that was number 4, Rudy Robinson, with the shoestring tackle. But
Carson Umbarger gets his first carry. It's enough for a first down.
Yep.
Gets it to, what, the 33? Got a yard. Toss. Runs outside. Good speed.
Good speed there.
Really good speed.
Yeah, that's number 28 for Center Grove.
That's Umbarger again.
You're right. Just a little bit different look from Thompson and Cherry and Umbarger. Coach McCoy said, this is the fastest player we have on our team with the ball in his hands, and you saw it there. Great blocking out in front by Cherry and Thompson, and Umbarger scooted around the left side for another Center Grove first down.
New set of downs for Junior Trojans. Smalling's going to follow.
That's not a bad group to be following, Kevin.
Gets 4 yards.
Those big running backs, the big offensive line. 55, center Kane Youngs. Sorry, not center. Tackle. Harding at guard. Marlin at center. And the right side has 97 Warner Shantz at guard. 57 Micah Scheib at right tackle.
Going back to Cherry.
Not a whole lot of room, but we'll talk about that forward lean, and he gets 3 yards. We're basically falling forward, and now 3rd and short for Center Grove.
Third and a couple. We're in the second quarter, 7 minutes to play. Tied at 7 apiece. Paxton Smalling, QB.
Oh,
right
big
back
hole for
to
Cherry.
He's into the end zone. He scores. His first score tonight. Trojans regain the lead.
6 yards out. You see it here. Luke Cherry. Big hole. Great blocking. Number 4 as well for Center Grove. Harper Stewart out there at that wingback position. Gets the good block against the defensive end out there on that side, or cornerback out there, and Cherry scoots in there almost untouched.
The point after attempts very critical.
It's sort of student body right. I mean, it's Smalling in the shotgun, and he's got all those blockers and running back blockers as well. Thompson and Cherry out in front of him, and he scoots into there for the second extra point for Center Grove, and they take the 14-7 lead.
Rick, I can hear him down there. We got a shot of the cheerleaders. You better mention their names quickly.
I better.
Before Austin changes the camera shot.
And I'm going to apologize if I butcher their names. Ellen Burnett, Stella Combs, Harper Dykeman, Bella Hiddle, Violet Hirsch, Izzy Lacayo, Bryn Lassiter, McKinley Marlin, Nora New, Riley Niku, Madison Paxson, Elena Pointer, Pippa Renard, Zoe Rodman, Rhea Wagner, and Hannah Yoder. We got a lot of common names on there, Kevin, that I think have had older brothers or older sisters that we've seen either today or on Friday nights or elsewhere.
Yeah, the year after year, we're doing these Bantam Super Bowls, You're right. You're starting to see a lot of
Yoders,
a lot of
Paxtons
brothers
are coming up.
or dad played for Coach Moore. Now son's coming through the Bannon program, but that's what makes it a great program.
Yeah, and a great Center Grove community, honestly, school system, and one of the reasons why Kevin, you chose to come over here and settle with your family after you went to Franklin Central, and I was from Southern Indiana and graduated from Purdue and lived the first few years over in Franklin Central. And then when Renee and I were looking to build a house, I said, Center Grove I know has a good baseball program. And she said, we're going to go pick where we live based on a baseball program. And I was like, you got any better ideas? And that's what we did.
I'm not too far off either. I struggled to beat Center Grove in baseball myself growing up. So I knew athletically they were really good. What a pass. What a catch. Amazing catch.
It was a big kid over there. Was that 34? Kellen Stanton, I think, from the tight end position. I thought that ball's going to be well over his head, but this Ben Davis offense can move the ball, Kevin. Center Grove's going to have to try to find a way to get some pressure on Caden Mason Dudley. He's been fantastic so far.
That was 34, Kellen Stanton. 12 yards, first down with that catch at the Ben Davis 43. Good coverage.
Yeah,
that's a coverage sack.
Yeah, that time that was Eli Peters.
He'll get a yard,
yeah.
So some positive yards, so not a sack, but good coverage down the field.
Eli Peters is the one that took that first read away from Mason Dudley, and then he just kind of pulls it down.
Actually, now they'll back it.
Yeah, it's right at
They're going to say,
scrimmage.
no gain. They were at the 44, now at the 43 with the spotting of the football. 2nd and 10. Junior Trojans lead the Junior Giants 14-7, 5:44 to play. We're in the second quarter. Quarterfinals of the playoffs, first round for both teams. Center Grove won the regular season matchup 50-24. So this Ben Davis team, they can score some points.
Once again, great blocking out there on the edge. Number 1, Timmy Brown, was the one that got the block in on Center Grove cornerback, and he couldn't shed that. And then 15, like you said, Josh Baker with the reception. Not a very big kid there, but a lot of speed, and they get another first down, and they're moving a ball.
14 yards. That's Josh Baker with a nice catch. Cherry knocks him out of bounds. Stops the clock with 5:35 to play in this opening half at Ray Skillman Stadium. I arrived early this morning in the dark, and looks like I'm going to be heading home in the dark. Oh, what a catch by 3, Max Wingo.
All of these kids are catching the ball, Kevin.
Wonderful hands.
I mean, and the ball's being delivered on the money by Mason Dudley. Now, the flip side of that is, especially at this age, 5th and 6th grade, a lot more opportunities for some interceptions, some tipped balls, some fumbles after you catch the ball. But so far, this Ben Davis offense has pretty much been flawless.
Couple of yards, 2nd down and 8. Under 5 minutes to play in this first half. Looks like Ben Davis is changing the play here at the line of scrimmage, coming from the sideline. Tremendous tackle. Yeah. Number 2, Eli Andrus. Corner coming up, making the tackle. He read it well. Timmy Brown with the reception. Loses 1 yard.
Now 3rd and long situation.
Pass complete. Rudy Robinson.
Smalling, great tackle, open field tackle. If gets by Smalling, he's going to get another first down, but a great job by Paxton coming up and making that play. And now another 4th down situation. Last time Ben Davis had that, they ran just a little slant pattern and took it to the house, 52 yards. We'll see if the Center Grove defense can step up.
3 yards on the completed pass. Looks like about 6 yards shy of the first down. 4th down. Gets rid of it quickly. Overthrows. Incomplete pass. Receiver thought maybe he was bumped. No call. Turnover on downs.
Yeah, I don't think the receiver didn't really even go after the ball. He was more concerned about making contact with the cornerback. Big stop by that Center Grove defense. First stop that either defense has had tonight. And now we'll see Center Grove can tack on another touchdown at the end of the first half, which would be absolutely huge going into halftime, especially because Center Grove gets the ball at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Paxton Smalling on the coverage on that previous play. 1st and 10 here for CG. From its own 43-yard line.
That's a good penetration by that Ben Davis defense, and they throw Cherry to a 1-yard gain. Everything's been inside for Center Grove. It'll be interesting to see if they start, trying some misdirection or something to get that Ben Davis defense flowing the other way.
Hezekiah Harris coming off the bottom of that pile. 20 for Ben Davis. 2nd down and 9. Smalling right back to Cherry. He just runs so much under control. And just hits the hole hard and gets down the field. First down.
Carries tacklers at the end there.
Great strength.
It's a first down. See it there, man. He was hit on the 48, Kevin, and by the time he was done, he had another 5-6 yards after first contact.
10 yards for Cherry.
Now you keep an eye on that clock. 2.5 minutes to go. You got use of all 3 of your timeouts here in the first half.
Once again, Cherry runs low to the ground, too.
He's going to be right at the first down marker, maybe a yard shy.
You call it that forward lean. It's kind of like that, he keeps that body low. Textbook.
Well, not back in the day. It's only been, 30 years, but Carson Steele kind of had that. He never got tackled or when he did get hit, he was always leaning forward for another 2 or 3 yards, and that's exactly what Luke Cherry.
Oh, Luke Swift was that way. A lot of the great running backs, Max Norris for Center Grove through the years.
There comes Kyler Thompson now.
Thompson's got 1 touchdown on the day. Boy, he was explosive with that run. Hopped it outside, cuts it back inside. Another first down for the Trojans. They're getting them chunks now.
Now you got to start. You see Coach Smithy hurrying up and getting that play in. Minute 43, you still got plenty of time, 3 timeouts. The last thing you also want to do is score early and leave that Ben Davis offense that's been pretty good tonight.
Thompson gets 15 yards, move the chains. 1:25 on the clock. We're in the first half. Movement on the left side by Center Grove. Five-yard penalty. March it back to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Center Grove going to run that same play that they had called.
Cherry to the 24, gets 3 yards. Whistles on the field, timeout called by Center Grove. Trojans facing 2nd and 12 with 1:14 on the clock.
Welcome to Center Grove High School. All fans realize that by their attendance at this game, they become participants.
Center Grove has had great success through the years in the IEFA tournament. 8 championships. They won it in 2003, 2004, 2010, 2014, 15, 17, 20, and 22.
Read that record the last 10 years, Kevin.
Last 10 years, Center Grove JRT 122 wins, 7 losses. That's incredible.
It's beyond incredible. So you
Juggernaut.
lost less than a game a year for the last 10 years, and that's kind of where this coaching staff has been in place for a good chunk of those 10 years. Kyler Thompson. Oh, I saw the. Oh, better get on that.
Is that a lateral?
No, I think that's a.
Backwards pass, fumble.
It should be an incomplete pass.
I was looking at my paperwork. I don't think I saw the play. So
Yeah, so they pitched it to Thompson. He gets all the way to the line of scrimmage, and then he throws it. And he throws it. It might have been a backwards lateral.
it
then
is.
to the.
Yeah, he threw it backwards. So
Yeah.
it's considered. Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 22. It's a good thing he recovered it. They do get a couple of yards out of
Yeah, we'll
it.
see it right here, Kevin. They pitch it to Thompson, and then, yeah, that's a lateral backwards. Good thing that 28 got on it. I saw them practicing that play, and, of course, when they were practicing that play, it worked perfectly. Right there, I think Carson Umbarger took his eyes off of it a little bit, but if he gets that cleanly, he's going to walk into the end zone. We saw his speed earlier on a play, but can't quite come up with that. And now you got 3rd and long for Center Grove with 56 seconds remaining. They used their first time out of the half.
We're under a minute. 3rd and 10 for CG, double wing back. Goes in motion, the right wing back.
Oh, great blocks out front.
Harper Stewart, his first run.
Yeah, I don't think he's not at the. He's maybe a half a yard shy, I think, of a first down. So now you got fourth and inches, and unfortunately, also that clock is running. Coach Smithy getting his offense to the line quickly.
9 yards. Need a yard for the first down.
Ben Davis wisely called timeout, because guess what? There is nobody over there. Kyler Thompson would have at least had a first down and probably a whole lot more. Great timeout by that Ben Davis coaching staff. So Center Grove, I think, has 2 timeouts left, Kevin. 31 seconds. 4th and 1. This is probably one of those situations where, do you call a couple plays in the huddle? I mean, you still got 2 timeouts, so you get a first down here. I'd probably use one more, save the other one, and then you got a couple shots for the end zone.
Just taking a peek down below. Center Grove, great crowd. Great support for these youngsters. 4th and a yard here for CG, trying to keep this drive alive. They lead at 14-7. 31 seconds remaining first half. Trying to get the first down, ultimately try to punch in another score before halftime.
Now they're kind of in that same formation, Kevin, that they run those 1-point conversions on from the 3, where Smalley just gets it and then just follows that big offensive line and those running backs for first downs. We'll see if they do that again. I don't know what we're.
Oh, they're asking that they put 33 seconds on the game clock. It says 31, so they're trying to reset it. Sometimes it's not easy to reset the score clock.
That's not us. They're down.
There they go. They got it. 33 seconds on the clock. Yeah, they were asking us to reset it. You don't want that.
Man, if me and Kitchell would have control over the clock on Friday nights, Kevin, that would be.
Are you talking about the shot clock or play clock or the game clock? Here we go. Smalling takes off. He needs a yard for the first down. He's got it all the way to the 8-yard line.
Now you hustle up the line of scrimmage if you want to save those timeouts.
5 yards for Smalling.
Only got 28 seconds, and it's winding. They're going to run the same play, I think, over and over.
First and goal at the 8. You're right. Smalling going to take off again.
Use a timeout.
At the 8-yard line, no gain.
That's a great play. I don't know who shot in there, Kevin. We're going to see it here, but Ben Davis sent somebody blitzing. It did not get picked up, and he tripped up Smalling. 18 seconds. Center Grove down to really 2 plays. 1 timeout left. One of those situations, do you try to run a play here? If you don't get it, you call a timeout, and then you got 1 more play for the end zone.
My point is sometimes when you don't have the normal person keeping the clock, trying to reset it, it's not always easy.
Yeah.
You got to have experience. $18 seconds to go. Quarter number 2. Trojans scored first back in the first quarter. Kyler Thompson, 9-yard touchdown run. Robinson, 52-yard touchdown reception for Ben Davis. In the second quarter, and I was going to say Tyler, it's Luke Cherry, 6-yard touchdown run, made it 14-7. Both teams have been really good on the point-after attempts with the plays going for 1. Rolling right, looking to throw, and now he throws to the end zone. Incomplete pass. Kyler Thompson throws on the run. Looking for number 4, Harper Stewart. Incomplete pass. Let's watch the replay.
It was well covered right off the bat, number 4. You see the coverage there by, he knocked it away 15. And then he does the thing that you see every NFL player do, Kevin, put the sword in.
Got to put it away.
I think Center Grove runs it here. You still got a timeout. You run your best misdirection play.
On the toss.
Umbarger.
Outside. Good speed. Touchdown. Basically untouched.
Yep.
He didn't get touched at all.
He pitches it to Umbarger, and he's got Thompson and Cherry in front of him in addition to that. And you see it here. Actually, he's got number 4, Harper Stewart at wingback, and then Kyler Thompson doesn't even have anybody to block out there. Great play call by Coach Smithy and Coach McCoy, and Center Grove with a big, big touchdown with only 8 seconds left in this first half.
Sharing the wealth. Thompson a score for the Trojans, Cherry, and now Umbarger. Smalling. Quarterback. Fakes the handoff. Rolls left. Throws and completes to Umbarger. That's huge. 21-7. Center Grove leads it. 8 seconds to go in this opening half.
And now everybody knows that Paxton Smalling throws with his left hand, Kevin, because they bootlegged that way, and I'm like, oh, man, that's going to be a tough pass for him to throw against his body. But on the lefty pass, that's where you bootleg to, and passed it to Umbarger. He catches it on the 2. A good job of just cutting it up the field and gets into the end zone for the 1-point conversion. Center Grove, obviously that's a huge part of any game is getting those extra point conversions, and Center Grove is 3 for 3 tonight.
And Center Grove was able to steal a possession here in the first half with that opening kickoff. When Cherry kicked it to the up man on the front line, bounced off of him. Center Grove recovered, so they were able to steal that possession because Center Grove is going to get the ball to begin the second half. Good job by Ben Davis. That was not easy. Timmy Brown.
Oh, that ball was curving and everything else.
Went after it, covers it up.
Well, it hadn't went the full 10 yards, but if you let that bounce, you never know if it's going to hop and go downfield for the other 10 yards. And Center Grove had 2 guys there, and you know what? Do you take a shot of the end zone or at least throw a Hail Mary and see if you can get a pass interference or something like that? You got 7.5 seconds left in this first half.
We saw how they were able to score quickly with that slant pass complete to Robinson for 52 yards. Ben Davis taking some extra time with their coach in the huddle. Both of these programs playing really well at the varsity level again this year. Ben Davis, varsity, putting up a lot of points. So is Center Grove. No surprise that we're seeing some really good football here.
This is two out of the top three programs, Kevin, in 6A this year, I think, by a little bit. And you throw in Brownsburg as the third team. Center Grove and Ben Davis, only two losses that each of them have this year to nationally ranked powers. IMG top 5, St. E's top 15. Brownsburg's undefeated. Unfortunately for Ben Davis, they got to face Brownsburg in their own sectional.
Pass complete, fumble picked up by his teammates.
That'll do it for the half.
Rudy Robinson was able to pick it up, and then he was tackled. Takes us to halftime. Playoff opener for Ben Davis and Center Grove in the IEFA state tournaments. Center Grove leads at 21-7. Tonight's game being presented by Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company. This is Trojan Football.
Friday Night Lights. The crowd is here, the lights are on, the hype music is being played. What better way to start the show than your team coming out of the locker room with full energy, ready to take on their opponent? Yes, that's right. Bring down the house with our breakthrough banners. They're a great way to pump up your team and showcase your school pride. Get one of your favorite team today. Stadium graphics. Look like a pro, play like a champion.
Aqua Systems was founded over 50 years ago to make the best water softeners and drinking water systems available and to just make it easy to get great water.
People who shop us buy from us. Why? Clear pricing on great equipment with the best warranties anywhere. If you don't love your water system, bring it back. Everything comes with a money-back guarantee, so there's no need for high pressure. Give Aqua Systems a try. You'll love your water.
Time for bed.
Story, please, Daddy.
Which one would you like tonight?
Free furnace, free furnace.
We read that one all last month.
But it's my favorite.
All right, one more month. Once upon a time, there was a trusted, friendly company called Peterman Brothers who sought to provide a free furnace to all.
Was it really free?
It was. For whenever someone bought a qualifying AC system, the furnace was indeed free. Just visit petermanhvac.com to schedule online.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary Seller's Assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Halftime of this IEFA playoff game between Center Grove and Ben Davis. Junior Trojans lead the Junior Giants 21-7. Rick, I've been impressed with all the football we've seen today. Bantam championships here tonight for the Junior Trojans, also the Junior Giants. I'm just amazed how these youngsters can really play the game of football.
It's organized, Kevin, and these kids right here have been playing for 3 or 4 years and playing in the system that they're playing in now, obviously getting, some great coaching this year with Scott McCoy and his staff. But, these kids have been around it for 3 or 4 years. Luke Cherry has played for JRT. This is his 3rd year. He played as a 4th grader. You don't have very many 4th graders that are physically able to play the game and compete with 5th and 6th graders, but Luke Cherry is one of those special kids. But it's just a well-oiled machine, Kevin. And I mean, you talked about the JRT recent history. Last 10 years, 122-7. You know, you take it back 4 more years in front of that, since 2009, 189-17. I mean, that's crazy. That's 14 years, and they're averaging a record of 12-1 on the year. So it's crazy, and it's just a testament. And these guys play JRT in 5th and 6th grade years, and then they'll go straight into middle school. They get great coaching in middle school. We'll get to see the 7th and 8th grade games on Tuesday night, Kevin, here at Ray Skillman Stadium, and you'll see the same thing. And then, boom, when Coach Moore gets them his freshman year, they've been in the system. They know what to expect. They know what to do. And then Coach Painter does the same thing with the freshmen, and then Coach Siderwitz and Coach Deedle for the JV. It's just a machine. It's a program, and it's not something, and we talk about it all the time on Fridays, it's not something where it's, I've got a good couple years with my high school program because I got a great class of kids. It's a program. Every year people think, oh, this is the year. Center Grove just graduated Taven Jackson and Caden Curry. There's no way they're going back to the state championship. That was last year. Everybody thought that. And it's like, you got a new quarterback. You got this kid that's a junior that's never played quarterback at the varsity level before. What's he do? You lose 2 games in the regular season and you roll through the state tournament and you win your 3rd in a row. It is a program through and through, and it's the best program in the state of Indiana, and it's one of the best programs in the entire Midwest.
Well said.
You might have talked too much. You didn't get another commercial in there, Kevin. But,
all good. I love that commercial. That was wonderful.
As long as the sponsors are okay with. I can't handle another Texas Roadhouse commercial right there, Kevin, because I'll quit at halftime and go get me some rolls from George Hill and a big old steak that just had, the juices rolling off of that because it was cooked a perfectly medium rare. I don't know if I can wait until next Friday before we get those steaks and ribs from Mr. Hill. So I had to talk about football. My mouth was watering.
How about tomorrow? Colts hosting the Rams.
I just got an invite to go to the Colts game. So,
Russ Yeast in town.
That's true.
Center Grove great.
That's a very good point. Colts a great win. That was a fantastic game to watch last Sunday. I was at home with JT and watching that and watching you had to be proud, Kevin. A field goal kicker set an all-time NFL record, 4 field goals over 50 yards, Matt Gay. Oh, my goodness.
Tremendous.
It was fun to watch, and they found a way to get that done in overtime. And then all of a sudden you look up and Colts are in first place, which is not something that anybody thought was going to happen at the start of this year.
So Russ Yeast wearing jersey number 2.
I watched him on Monday night. Yeah,
he had a lot of tackles. I don't know if that's good or bad when your safety has a lot of tackles.
But I was listening to the Monday night guys and them talking about how the coaching staff had so much confidence in Yeast and the other kid that's playing now at safety that they just went ahead and let the 2 guys that they had last year that were free agents, they let them go elsewhere because they had such confidence in Russ and the other kid back there. And, man, Russ has had a fantastic start to his – is this his 2nd or 3rd year, Kevin, in the NFL?
2nd.
Okay.
All right, we're ready for the 3rd quarter. Ben Davis will kick off.
Well, Kevin, while I was watching that Texas Roadhouse commercial, I was always also looking over at that Ben Davis sideline, and their kicker, number 34, all he did for that entire 5 to 7 minutes was practice onside kicks. So guess what Center Grove better be ready for from number 34, Kellen Stanton. I don't think he's going to kick this one deep. You got to get the ball back.
Maybe it's kind of throwing him off. You never know. Maybe he'll kick it deep now.
Well, you kick it deep, you're going to be down 3 touchdowns before you touch the ball again.
He's ready to go. Trojans up a couple of scores. Another whistle. .42 didn't have his helmet snapped.
Referee caught that one.
Squib kick. Center Grove covers it up at the 40. Number 4, Harper Stewart.
He tried to kick it right at Kyler Thompson in that front row, part of that hands team, and Kyler, one of two things. If he's smart like his mom, he just stepped to the side and let that go by. If he's not so smart like his dad, Rob, he tried to catch it and it just got by him, thankfully, and Stewart just covered it up. We're going to have a hard time going through this whole broadcast without a shot at Kyler's dad, Rob.
Football at the Trojan 40.
Oh, big hole for Cherry.
Cherry
Finishing the runs. Lowered the shoulder, ran over one kid, and then two more kids in that defensive backfield caught the brunt of that run. You see it here. Watch this. Boom. Runs through that tackle, and then the other ones get enough of him, but not before he gets a first down.
12 yards. Cherry once again. Man, he gets low. Knocks back the defender when he gets really low.
Picks up another 7 yards on first down. Coach McCoy, Coach Smithy down on the sideline signaling those plays in after he talks to Coach McCoy up here in the box. Perfectly happy to keep churning out 6-7 yards. You're going to break one of those and get in the end zone. If you don't, keep moving the chains, get into that end zone and take off 4 or 5 minutes.
Collect 6 yards.
Cherry again, carrying tacklers.
Move the chains. North-south running here by Cherry. Player down for Ben Davis. Football at the 34. Cherry 8 yards. Coaching staff for Ben Davis and the CG trainer out to check on the injured player here for the Ben Davis Giants. We do have a drone, Rick, over top. So I don't know if this is CG game film or Ben Davis game film. I don't know.
I don't see the drone. Where is it?
It's right on the field, right over the top of the Ben Davis huddle. It was, and now I don't know if it's now relocated, but it was out there
Kevin,
over the top.
I know it's been a long day. Are you seeing things?
No.
You seeing some UFOs, or what are you seeing?
Our executive producer, Austin Tyke, sees what I see.
All right.
Well, that's true. Maybe we're both losing our minds.
I'm a little concerned that both of you guys' well-being. Not saying my eyesight's the best either, but
Austin, I was up at 4:45 this morning, so
yeah. Ask him why,
Austin. My alarm did not go off.
Yeah,
I got the worst muscle cramp in my left calf muscle. It woke me up. Oh my gosh, it was pretty severe.
And sad, Kevin. It's just as sad as mine was on the broad. Oh, I do see the drone. I'm gonna take my. That's very interesting. That's all I'll say.
But no, wasn't planning on getting up that early. But wow, that was a zinger. All right, here we go. Back to action. Center Grove with the football, just inside the 35-yard line. We have 7:40 to play in the third. This is still the opening drive of the second half, and
oh, great! Center Grove tried to run a little bootleg with the quarterback Smalling, and Ben Davis was having none of that, and that's a tackle for loss, a big loss of 4 yards on first down.
Football to 38. Yeah, lost 4. Trojans playing that clock run. Smalling. Hand off Cherry.
We're going to get a hold, Kevin.
Flag.
That was a good pickup by Cherry, but that one's going to back up Center Grove 10 more yards.
Last couple of plays. Center Grove struggling.
A couple mistakes, and we haven't seen very many of those, Kevin. They are 5th and 6th grade kids. You see 350-pound guys making mistakes on Sundays all the time.
And they get paid a lot of money. Allowing the CG trainer to get from one sideline to the other. Center Grove's got to get the ball to, what, the 24 for a first down.
Yeah, 2nd and 21.
Cherry.
Oh, that's...
Boy, just really punishing the defensive backs for Ben Davis at the end of that run.
I'll say credit to Rudy Robinson and Josh Baker. Baker's 72 pounds, Rudy Robinson 91 pounds, and Luke Cherry with the full head of steam. That's not a fun sight coming at you, but both those young men stuck their nose in there and made the tackle to prevent him from scoring. But Cherry gets back about half of that, Kevin, so 3rd and 10.
Nine yards on the carry. Robinson was able to hang on to make the tackle.
Another big hole. Oh,
Cherry.
He just gets tripped up. I thought he was off to the races there, but
That's Robinson again with the tackle. 4th down, big play here for both teams.
well, Center Grove had a 4th down situation at the end of the first half there, Kevin, and they gave it to Umbarger with a pitch with a whole heap of Trojans in front of him. We'll see if
Center Grove needing 5 yards. Graham Alvey, 3 in with the next play.
Umbarger not in that backfield. You got Cherry and Thompson again. A lot of guys on that defensive front for Ben Davis.
Cherry, oh wow.
Hits it.
Kind of that last burst on that run gets in the first down. He's to the 22-yard line, 7 yards for Luke Cherry.
That's when Coach McCoy just says, hey, my guys up front are better than your guys. I'm not going to do anything special. I'm not going to do anything tricky. It's 4th and 5, and I'm going to give it to my horse, and my horse and his offensive line are going to get me 7-8 yards, and that's exactly what they did there, first down Center Grove. Clock continues to tick. Over 5 minutes on this drive already for Center Grove. Cherry again. Weaving
to the 10-yard line. 12 yards.
And what has he done a great job of tonight? Taking care of that ball. When he starts to get hit by guys, he's covering it up with 2 arms, and I hope I didn't just jinx him right there, but great job. And now Center Grove 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line. Cherry gets a quick breather. Umbarger comes in. Thompson gets it, and he moves the pile.
5-6 yard line, 4 yards. .345, chewing up a lot of clock here in the third.
Over 6 minutes on this drive already, Kevin, so over half of the third quarter, and they're 6 yards away from pay dirt.
Smalling.
Oh, wow.
Into the end zone.
Didn't look like much of a hole there, but Smalling just kind of dances and dodges his way into the end zone.
Smalling 5 yards out. His first score tonight. 27-7 Trojans. 3:24 on the clock. We're in the third quarter. Had a convoy, though, in front of him.
Yeah,
really good blocking.
Smalling now, Kevin, his first touchdown, but he's got 3 PATs so far, 1 passing and 2 running. Really good job from that quarterback position, Paxton Smalling.
Throws it out there for 7, and Thompson
Gets in.
gets in. All right, Rick, name me some lefty quarterbacks.
Well, probably the greatest. Well, all right, I'll give you 2 that I was going to say greatest of all time, Kenny Stabler, the Snake.
The Snake.
But, I mean, Steve Young obviously had a great career as well in the NFL.
Boomer Esiason.
Boomer Esiason, yeah.
Jim Zorn.
Todd Marinovich. Okay, maybe not him.
We had a nice run going.
Marinovich unfortunately had a psycho dad that kind of screwed him up. Let me see. Who else are we? Man, you went back to the Wayback Machine with Jim Zorn. That wasn't one. Of course, I guess Stabler was a little bit older than him.
I think
I mean,
Stabler.
got a current one that's had a pretty good start to this season so far down in Miami. Tua.
Yeah. Yeah.
We put 70 on the board. Yeah, if he can stay healthy, that's a dangerous Miami team.
Oh, very dangerous.
Especially because, we're, one of those running backs that had 3 touchdowns last week. You know where he went, Kevin? Raheem Mostert. That's a Purdue Boilermaker. Purdue.
I know back in the day you said you used to be a Dolphins fan. So
I
maybe,
did.
Maybe it's time to dust off your Dolphins apparel. Another great kickoff. And the Trojans recover.
They did. That looks like, let's see who got on top of that. Number 47. Call out that young man's name.
Sammy Geiger. 5th grader recovers.
Yeah, I was a Dolphins fan growing up, Kevin. Obviously, Indianapolis didn't have a team when we were growing up, and my dad played high school basketball against Bob Greasy way back in the day down in Evansville. He played for Rex Mundy, and my dad played for North Posey, and so I grew up a Dolphins fan. Greasy obviously then went to Purdue. Grew up a Dolphins fan and stayed that way, Kevin, until probably about year 2 after college. And that's kind of when my man, Dan the Man Marino, retired. And it was also the beginnings of the Peyton Manning era, and switched over to be a Colts fan. Hudson Harper Stewart, sorry.
Stewarts.
There'll be another hold there on Center Grove, I'm afraid.
Holding against CG. We got 3:16 left. We're in the third, and Ben Davis has not touched the ball in offense here in this quarter, this second
that's
half.
Very, very true. I forgot about that since they just recovered another onside kick, man. That's just flat out demoralizing, Kevin, obviously. You play a pretty good first half, Kevin. It's tied 7-7 after 1 quarter, and really it's still only a 14-7 game. Center Grove with that kind of back-breaking drive at the end of the first half, and they punch it in with 8 seconds to go on 4th down. And then they're just rolling in this quarter.
With the penalty, now at the Trojan 39. We're at the 3-minute mark in the third quarter.
Umbarger.
Good speed. Gets outside. Tripped up as he gets into Ben Davis territory. Picks up the first down.
1st and 20. No big deal, Kevin.
Need a big
pick
play.
Up 22 yards.
Umbarger. He's your man.
He does, definitely. Kind of like they got the thunder and lightning, Kevin. I'm going to call Luke Cherry and Kyler Thompson kind of your thunder, and then boom, you bring in the lightning, Umbarger, and right there, big gain, 1st and 20, and he picks up 23. Umbarger again.
Man, he's got some wiggle.
He gone.
Touchdown, Umbarger. His 2nd score of the night.
38 yards there. You're right. Looks like he's kind of stopped in the hole, and he hesitates. You see it here. Hesitates a little bit, and then breaks one tackle, and boom, he's gone.
See the hip swizzle?
Yep.
You know, kind of move, shift.
You know who? Number 28, Kevin. One of the best 28s in the history of Indianapolis Colts football. Also had a pretty decent career after the Colts traded him.
Marshall
Falk.
Falk.
Yeah, there you go. There's our.
He was a great player, just not a big fan.
Yeah. He had a little bit of. Yeah. It was kind of about Marshall most of the time. Umbarger, great run there, 38 yards.
Oh, wow, look at this.
He caught it. Did he? He was in. Wow.
Wow, what a play.
Was that 15?
15, Luke. Carla Greco.
He went up and got it, Kevin. Watch it here.
Oh,
Kind of juggles it a little bit, but then he gets those feet tucked in.
You just got to get 1 foot in.
Heck yeah. 6th grader.
Oh, my, what a play.
Luke's going to tell Grandma and Grandpa, I look like Randy Moss, if he knows who Randy. Let's say Justin Jefferson. Half the kids were saying Justin Jefferson's their favorite NFL player, and right there, Carla Greco gets that, and Smalling now 5 for 5 on extra points. 3 via the air and 2 on the ground. Carla Greco was so excited, Kevin, he forgot to go on the kickoff team. He's high-fiving everybody over there. He had Grandma and Grandpa coming down there to high-five him.
Signed a few autographs.
Cheerleaders, saying hi to the cheerleaders.
This time Ben Davis doing a good job, scooping it up, falling on the football. Number 8, Jace Hollenbaugh. 35-7. 2:25 to go. We're in the third quarter.
That's not what we want to see. Fire truck. And I hear more coming this way as well. That's not the right way to end our 12-hour day, Kevin. I don't know where they could be going. I don't think there's anybody.
Well, I know the Center
injured.
trainer has been
Yeah.
on the Ben Davis sideline. We'll see if it could be for the Ben Davis player. I don't want to don't want to jump to conclusions, but we shall see where the. Of course, they got the ambulance in behind the fire truck.
A lot of times they have the paramedics on that fire truck as well, but Luke Cherry with a good tackle there. Another good pass by Mason Dudley.
Timmy Brown to the 50. Tim Brown back in the day was a heck of a receiver.
He was.
Screen pass complete. First possession of the football here in the second half for Ben Davis, so they're going to make the best of it.
I think that's going to be a first down. They'll move the chains.
It is a first down.
Yeah.
At the Trojan 48. Very impressed with this quarterback, Caden Mason Dudley.
That one got tipped by Kyler Thompson out there from that right defensive end position.
Ambulance is coming this way, so maybe somebody on the Ben Davis sideline.
Just hope that's precautionary. Obviously, yeah, they do have a few people over there looking at the kid on the Ben Davis sideline. Gosh, that's a great. I mean, he just slung that ball perfectly.
That's when he slings it. He gets rid of it so fast.
And we do have a penalty flag, Kevin. I don't know if an eligible man downfield. That Ben Davis had a lineman or two down the field before he caught that ball. Medics going over on the sidelines to check on the Ben Davis player over there on the bench, the far side. Trying to get things straight from the refereeing side of things. I think he called ineligible man downfield, or at least that's what he was indicating to the head referee.
We're under a minute in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're waiting now until, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, I think they might be waiting until, they get the
maybe allow
situation with the kid.
Ben Davis player that's on the bench that needs some medical attention. Maybe just take a moment here to allow the players and coaches go to the sideline, and obviously this is a game you're more concerned about the player for Ben Davis on the sideline. Here comes the EMTs, I should say, and bring in the stretcher as well. (35-7), CG with the lead. We're in the third quarter at Ray Skillman Stadium. Again, opening round of the IEFA playoffs. Coach McCoy was so kind to send us some really good notes on the history of Center Grove Junior Trojans. They began in the IEFA in the late 60s. They joined about the second year of the league when it was formed sometime in the 1960s. Back then, they were called the Mini Trojans.
I like Junior Trojans better than Mini. So they did just back them up, and we're going to continue play here. That was an ineligible man downfield, so they marked off 10 yards.
7 now, your quarterback, Marquise Combs. Good arm.
Was it 7 or 2 still back there, Kevin?
I guess it's 2.
Yeah, a little bit hard to.
My eyes are failing as the night.
I can see you can probably getting a little drowsy and eyes starting to shut a little bit.
You're right. That was 2. Looking for 1. Timmy Brown. Now it'll be 3rd and long. 3rd and 14.
Kyler Thompson got there, caused Mason Dudley to throw that earlier than he wanted to. Kyler Thompson off that right defensive side. He's been everywhere on the, not only defensively but offensively. Now 4th down for Ben Davis.
Fourth and long. Gets rid of it. There's going to be a late hit.
There's 4 guys back at the quarterback.
Roughing the passer.
The passer below to the helmet.
Should be a first down, right? 15 yards.
They're right at 4th and 15, so you're right. I think that is that'll be enough for a first down. Not an automatic first down, but
I think with this penalty, they'll get the first down.
No need for Center Grove to do that. A little bit too aggressive.
Rick, I think you and I did 5 games last year. Of course, the mid-conference this year now doing these double headers. We had JV and freshman games this morning, so 6 games. Never done 6 football games in one day. Hear the applause for the Ben Davis player.
The good thing is he's sitting up while
Sitting
they
up,
reel him off,
seems
so.
alert. Busted play here for the Junior Giants. Back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he wanted to hand it off. Took it himself. Caden Mason Dudley, the quarterback, back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if they get another play off. They'll let this one wind down to the end of the third quarter. Yeah, they're going to go to the quarter break.
We'll take a break as well. Beautiful night here at Ray-Coleman Stadium. Center Grove Junior Trojans showing why they're the regular season league champs and the top seed in the playoffs. Commanding 35-7 lead going into the fourth quarter. This is CG football.
Inventory is the highest and prices are the lowest.
We're fully stocked on GMC Sierras again with the best lease prices of the year.
Right now, get a GMC Sierra 1500 for as low as $349 a month. Or save up to $67.50 on the purchase of a new Sierra and get financing as low as 0.9%. Plus, be payment-free for the rest of 2023. US 31 South or I-465 and East Washington Street or RayScommandCars.com.
Fourth quarter, Center Grove leads Ben Davis 35-7 in the opening round of the Indiana Elementary Football Association playoffs. Appreciate again Center Grove Band Football League and Coach McCoy and the Junior Trojans for having us tonight to stream this game. They've had an unbelievable season, and obviously their goal is to march through the playoffs and try to defend their state title from last year, Rick, and this is the first time we've seen them in person, and I've been impressed.
Yeah, very impressed. Obviously, they've been dominant this year. You talked about those numbers, almost 200 points more than their opposition. The closest game they've had all year, Kevin, is the number 2 seed, Noblesville, and that was a 20-0 win for Center Grove up at Noblesville in the last game of the regular season. But quarterfinals today, Kevin, the 1 versus the 8. They'll play the winner of the 4 versus 5, which I believe is Avon versus Westfield. So that will be next week. And then Center Grove is able to win that one. Then more than likely, he gets popped.
Incomplete pass.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do at that safety position, is dislodge the ball when you see it. We'll see who actually made that stick there, but I mean, he came close to catching that ball. And then number 4,
Harper Stewart.
Harper Stewart laid the hit stick there.
3rd and 1 for BD. Mason Dudley, empty backfield. Gets rid of it so quickly.
Thompson again gets a piece of that.
At the line of scrimmage,
Talk about
4th and 1.
All the time at the high school level, Kevin, if you can't get to the quarterback, get your arms up. And obviously, quarterback for Ben Davis, not very big. Mason Dudley and Kyler Thompson does exactly what you're supposed to do. And now Ben Davis uses one of their last timeouts to make sure they get a play in here to 4th down to try to pick up the first down.
Timeout called by the Giants. A lot of players getting in on the scoring action tonight for the Junior Trojans. Kyler Thompson, along with Luke Cherry. How about Umbarger? He's got a couple of scores. That's Carson Umbarger. Smalling, the quarterback, also a score. Rudy Robinson, 52-yard touchdown reception for Ben Davis for their lone score, but they're trying to punch it in one more time, trying to get another score here.
They're trying to draw them offside. Somebody moved.
There is a flag here on the near side. They're going to say movement by what? Ben Davis.
That's the problem when you're trying to hard count and
back to the 16. 4th and 1 now. What? 4th and 6 following the penalty.
obviously got to go for it here. Down 4 scores. Oh,
knee down.
Yeah,
caught it.
But I don't know if he caught it. Yeah, I think it skipped on the ground. But you're right. Even if he had caught it, Kevin, his knee hit the ground, it would have been 3 or 4 yards shy. So Center Grove defense holds, and I mean, Kevin, after Ben Davis scored on their first possession, they touched the ball. The Center Grove defense has stepped up and kept them out of the end zone. Like I said, I'm sure Coach McCoy, Coach Bennett helps with that defense. Probably talked to that defense all week this week and said, you realize you gave up half the points that we've given up all year against this Ben Davis team. 24 the first time they played. And they've taken that to heart and come out and really played well. Kind of a bend but not break defense against Ben Davis because they have moved the ball.
Wow, Cherry. Wow, what a run by Cherry.
Well, Ben Davis just kind of packing that line right now with defensive guys and bringing extra guys up. You're going to see somebody break one and bounce that, and it's going to be 60 or 70 yards into the end zone right there. Cherry gets tackled, but then finishes off the run like he's done all night and runs over a couple guys and picks up a first down.
Smalling's done a really good job. He just manages the game very well.
There he goes.
Cherry.
70 yards. Kevin.
Foot race.
He ain't going to get caught. Or he's giving a good effort, but.
Looks like 70 yards, you're right.
I mean, you got so many guys hugging that line of scrimmage. All it takes is you get those initial guys blocked and you're off to the races. And I don't want to say I called that, Kevin, but I called that play before. So Mr. Cherry into the end zone, his second touchdown of the ball game.
Give credit to Max Wingo. He ran all the way. He stayed in pursuit. I can admire a defender doing that. (41-7) JRT rolling here in the second half.
Like I said, this is a 14-7 game with under 10 seconds to go in the first half, and Center Grove was able to punch one in and then just have flat out dominated this second half.
Trying to throw it to Eli Andrus. Knocked down by Ben Davis. Timmy Brown read that one well. 41-7. CG commanding lead, 7:23 to play in tonight's ball game.
So they'll advance to the semifinals, Kevin, next Saturday. Like I said, I think that's at Noblesville, and they'll play the winner of, I believe, Avon and Westfield is what I was told. 4 and 5 seeds playing today as well. So they'll be 2 victories away from state championship number 9, Kevin. Current seniors, Kevin won in 2017. Tyler Cherry, Noah Coy on that team. Owen Bright. Oh, he kicks one deep, and what a roll.
Oh my, beautiful roll. It's just the tight end. He picks it up. Good job to get it back
Kellen
to the
Stanton, yeah.
Yeah, he's had some nice catches tonight. Gets it to the 30. So we got a random question for you, Rick.
All right, bring it.
I kind of know the answer, but I'm just going to throw it.
Okay.
So somebody's asking if you got the ball and you're running back and you kind of put your hand down to try and keep yourself afloat, to try not to fall down to the ground. Are you down or are you still up?
No,
you put your hand.
You're still up as long as it's your forearm.
Hand, right, your forearm hits and you're down.
Yes.
The hand, you can
fine.
keep going.
Yep.
Did
I answer that right? Or?
I think so. I'm with you.
All right.
Just had a question from a junior varsity parent. I think she's saying the same thing.
Uh-oh, that means she watched some film. She watched our game earlier and refs didn't call something correctly.
Could be.
I mean, she can flat out say, Rob Toll was doing that game, so if she wants us to contact Rob and yeah, obviously the knee, you're down, but yeah, as far as the arm, it's the forearm. If your forearm goes down, you're down, but if it's just your hand.
Eli Andrus making the tackle, a little slow to his feet. Now he's ready to go. Every so often you get some bizarre plays. You're like,
Well,
not for sure what the call is.
Also, we've had to ask Rob a couple questions on. I mean, high school rules are different than college and pros. That one hits the ground, yeah. So we have to ask some questions. It doesn't make sense sometimes why they're not the same.
Incomplete pass, so 3rd and long here for the Giants.
Oh, that one's too far.
Almost picked off by the Trojans.
Only guy that had a chance on that one was Mr. Smalling, Paxton. Really nice ball game from that young man.
Micah Scheib to the sideline. Defensive lineman.
He's had a good night. Blocking as well on that offensive line. Center Grove, like you said, getting some other guys some playing time.
Ben Davis coaches. They're still coaching. They're not scoreboard watching. Still coaching these players up. Pass. Did he catch that?
No,
I almost thought he had an unbelievable catch. That's Rudy Robinson. Gave a great effort.
He did.
He's got the one score tonight for Ben Davis.
And you see it here, Kevin. He got his fingertips on it, and actually I think that might have been Umbarger that came over and knocked that one away. Now you're going to get backup quarterback for Center Grove come in, 5th grader, Graham Alvey, number 3. Get some of these other kids' names called. 15 out here, Luke Parlagreco, and a nice catch on the 1-point conversion. .24 with the carry. Bondsmore.
Even with the subs, the expectations are still the same.
And the nice thing about JRT is you do have a lot of 5th graders, or normally about a 50-50 split between 6th and 5th graders, maybe a few more 6th, but those kids that they usually play a B game or kind of a JV game on Mondays with the teams that have a lot of kids, so that some of those 5th graders get an opportunity to play games as well.
Nash Roberts splits out here to the left. As again, some more subs coming in here for the Trojans. JRT.
19 in the backfield as well. Cameron Lay, 5th grader. 72 in. That's Bronson Grant. 75, Jonah Cassidy.
Cash Daniels running in, number 62.
Best names out there, Kevin. Cash.
replaces Andrew Waters.
Oh.
Lost it on the handoff. Good job. Center Grove got on it.
It was 24 that recovered
Bonds
that.
Moore.
Bonds Moore after a fumbled handoff.
His younger brother won a Super Bowl.
He did.
Minor league division. With Dad's great coaching.
Well,
did I go too far?
I think he had one kid on his team that was pretty darn good.
Oh, very good.
That was Mr. Leighton Ray. You're going to see him next year playing for this JRT team.
4th and long. Trying to do the double handoff.
Double handoff, and that was blown up from the beginning. Number 11. Good thing he held on to it, Lucas Story. Now we are going to see. Oh, no, that was 4th down, wasn't it, Kevin? So Ben Davis will take over.
At the BD 42-yard line.
Kyler Thompson still in there on defense, and he makes another play off that defensive end position. We're really impressed with Kyler tonight.
3 yards for Timmy Brown. Under 4 minutes to play. I think I got here this morning, I could see the moon, and the moon is here again. 3. Max Wingo.
Luke Cherry tracking him down over there.
Couple of yards.
Hank Finke coming in, 5th grader at the linebacker position for Umbarger.
Credit this JRT coaching staff, getting a lot of players in here. Second half. A lot of them are your 5th graders. These are the guys that are going to be on the team next year.
Going to be the
Great
ones.
experience.
Yep.
No different what you see on a Friday night with Coach Moore. Second unit comes in. Expectations are the same. You get out there and you perform. You do your job. Was that 7 again?
Absolutely, Mr. Thompson.
How tall is he? He must have some long arms. Hey, he's got pretty long arms. He's tall with long arms.
Luckily, he's got an athletic mom. That's Christy.
There's a lot of athletic moms in Center Grove.
There is, Kevin. I don't give a lot of dads too much credit for their athleticism, do I? Embry boys about the only ones that kind of got their athleticism from their dad. Smarts from their mom, thank goodness.
They throw for the first down. That was 4th down. They pick up the first down. Rudy Robinson, nice catch. He's had a really good game tonight. .75 coming off now. Says nope, get back in there.
He's going to be gassed.
Cassidy, yeah, he's going to be a little winded. Gets back on that D line and.
Oh, shifty run there.
Really well done.
33, I think, on the tackle, Nash Roberts.
That's the QB, Mason Dudley. Nice carry to the Trojan 39. Puts one up in the air for kind of a jump ball situation. Knocked down. Paxton Smalling knocks it down. Final couple of minutes, want to take a moment to thank the crew here today. It's been a long day. Grant Embry, your son, he's been here since game one. He did all 6 games today on the camera. So big thank you to Grant.
And while he did that, Kevin, he got calculus homework done. He got a couple computer programs done for his class at Purdue. He did a little more multitasking in the breaks than I was more worried about going down and getting Wingstop than anything else.
Good run here for the Junior Giants. Timmy Brown. Also big thank you to Austin Tyke, our producer, executive producer. Long day for Austin. Appreciate his efforts today.
But once again, would you like to spend it any other way than seeing me and you's bright, shiny faces? I mean, come on.
I was very excited to see Grant this morning. Hadn't seen him for a while.
Does he look any different? Yeah, we asked him last night, first time we've seen him. Well, we've seen him a couple times up at football
Purdue
games, but he hasn't put on that freshman 15 pounds. He's been going to the gym all the time, so.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And Cameron Wiley, also our cameraman down on the field today for our Bantam games. Appreciate his efforts today. As we approach a minute 25 now in this ball game. Ben Davis trying to see if they can get one final score here late.
Oh, the scoreboard just went out.
One to our left is still operating,
Yes.
so. Second down, 8 yards to go. At the 24-yard line. Quarterback takes off.
And he's still on his feet.
Just making a miss. Thompson came strong off the edge.
He looked like the
circled back to make the tackle.
The Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis days where those guys would get up the field so quickly, and Ben Davis going to use a timeout. And that drone is still flying, Kevin, so.
Could be game film. I believe Friday night, Pike had a drone.
Oh, really?
For the varsity game, but it was being used for game film.
Well, a couple years ago that wasn't allowed, or we were told.
Well, IHSAA state tournament games, you cannot use it. IHSAA doesn't allow it for state tournament games. Now, regular season games, it's up to the host school whether they want to permit it or not.
Interesting. Last thing I want is a drone flying over my field, and then all of a sudden at an inopportune time, the drone operator falls asleep and that thing goes nosediving into the middle of the play.
Football at the 20. 3rd and 4. Mason Dudley scrambles.
Great tackle by Mr. Cherry.
By Cherry. Beautiful tackle. 4th down.
Don't call a timeout.
20 seconds to go. Trying to get off this final play. Football at the, 22-yard line. Down to 11, 10 seconds. On that slant pattern, 4 spins out of a tackle. That's Rudy Robinson. He's going to be tackled just short of the goal line.
At the buzzer.
That's your ball game, 41-7. The Center Grove Junior Trojans defeat the Ben Davis Junior Giants. CG, your top seed in the playoffs, undefeated, marching on to the next round to play the winner between Avon and Westfield.
Impressive performance tonight, Kevin. We appreciate the sponsorship that we got for this JRT game, and a perfect way to end the day. A dominating performance by your 1 seed Center Grove to advance to the semifinals next Saturday, and congratulations to Coach McCoy, his staff, and his team for a great performance here tonight, and good luck to them next Saturday.
All the best. Great season for Ben Davis. Very solid football being played by both teams here tonight. So your final score, 41-27. 41-7. Center Grove victorious, still undefeated. Today's Center Grove Junior Trojans coverage was produced by CD Sports Network. Our presenting sponsor was Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration Company. Appreciate their sponsorship. Special thanks to our Gridiron president, Aaron Holt, executive producer, Austin Tyke, and our camera operator, Grant Embry. Until next time, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Embry saying good night, everyone, from Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School.